Hey everybody, what's going on? Take two. But for the you watching on YouTube, this is our very first date. We had something happen. You don't need to know about that. So, for those who was watching on our Facebook Live, we're sorry about that. We are back. So thank you for stopping by the All Things Cami K channel, where we are talking about the P Valley recap, episode 4,
and it's entitled Demetrius.
Yes.
Which is Roulette's brother, as Kay said. And so, again, we're going to just start all over. We were saying the pole dancing is amazing. The acrobats, how their routines, again, they are like, it's art.
It is art. It is an art after taking a class and stuff. It's an art.
It's no joke.
It's not for the... It's not for the faint of heart at all.
It's no joke.
So in the opener, we see the acrobats and all of that, and Toy, the health inspector lady. You know, she's spending money and getting lap dances
Toy
and all of that.
Her divorce settlement. I'm gonna spend it all. Ladies, if you get a divorce settlement, don't go to the strip club and spend your money. Put some money in the bank, because times may get rough.
It's just me, period. But I'm not going to no strip club in the first place. That's just me.
Me neither. And I sure as hell ain't gonna give another woman my money.
No.
Sorry.
No. Okay, so so the dancer who's always sneezing says she has allergies. She sneezed, and so Toy was like, that was like the kiss of death.
Right. She was like, stop! She shut it down right at that moment. She went up to the DJ booth, grabbed the microphone. She was like, everybody out!
Right. And
she meant it.
Yeah. So we were saying before that, because like early COVID, like with a sneeze and stuff, you didn't know where that was going to lead. So everybody was like on edge, because that's how we were in the beginning of COVID.
We
like
had no information.
No information and stuff, and we were just winging it. You know, even, because I do have allergies, even I was trying to hold back my cough.
You was at work sneezing, and people was
like coughing, you know, and I'm like, Lord, I'm good. I don't have the vid, you know. But
yeah, people still to be looking at you with the side eye when you cough. They be like,
they do
real quick, and then they just bring it back like, okay,
right.
You know, we're in a better space now,
right? So to prevent, you know, the pink being like a super spreader event, which it probably was at that point.
Because everybody was up in there with no mask on. That was the funny part. She's like, nobody has masks on. And Uncle Clifford's like, everybody has on their damn. And when he looked around the room, there's nobody.
I gotta speak.
Hold on, y'all. Cut. I'm joking. Uncle Clifford was trying to defend, and he couldn't. Him or Haley, because they started looking around the room, and everybody was having such a good time. They was doing their thing, and wasn't nobody trying to have no mask on.
No.
And God bless you.
Thank you. So, you know, she shut it down and everything. Roulette.
Our poor, misguided
I have in my notes, she messy. She just messy.
She is, and one of the girls called her out and said that she heard everybody say, where's the girl with the dick sucking lips?
Yeah.
Well, that's what
giving out the sloppy toppies.
And Roulette got upset. It was the truth.
It was the truth.
But she attacked her and beat her down.
And they was playing, whoop that trick. I was like, no, they're not.
Man, we don't say whoop that trick. Okay, she was tearing her up. She tore up, oh girl.
She did. But so sticking like with Roulette, so we did find out that her brother, was he like killed by the police?
Yeah, he was killed by the police.
And his name was Demetrius, the title of the episode.
And she's very hurt and broken, because she said her brother wasn't in any trouble. He didn't bother anybody, and he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the police racially profiled him.
Yeah, they did. You know, he was one of the victims of just being shot, killed, murdered by the police. So she was telling her story on that.
It did help us get a better understanding, because it was like, you did want to know, like, why is she so angry? Why is she so messy? Why is she just she's acting out?
Yeah, she was acting out. Girl, Pastor Patrice, we knew that she was gonna run for mayor.
Glory.
we called that, so we knew that she was gonna run for mayor, and Andre.
Andre, he's such a weak man, and they did try to he always acted like a victim anyway, but then they tried to I guess show that he had the right to act like a victim and try to make a way for him and Haley to have sex now without everybody not liking him because his wife did cheat on him.
Right. So if you remember that part, he came home and opened up the door, and his wife was giving some sloppy toppy to
her ex-boyfriend
or her colleague too,
who's a doctor.
Mm-hmm. Turns out that they had some history, and
her parents wanted her to be with him and not Andre, because Andre is
from the streets, the gutter,
from a lower, social, economic class.
And he said that I guess her family never stopped to make him feel like he's from or don't belong, like with the whole house thing.
Because it's her house.
It's her house. Her father bought. So we got some understanding of that. They just, I guess, they're trying to set that up for him and Haley, whatever. But
but it didn't make any excuse for him not to help her out when she was working as hard as she was, and he was sitting home playing video games. She still can't make an excuse for that. I'm sorry.
And that's why she probably,
And she kept asking him over and over, like, when are you coming home? Why are you leaving me? I mean, no, it's no excuse to cheat, but she has a very high level, stressful job. People are dying on her. She comes home to Andre to get some type of comfort, and he's playing a video game and totally ignoring her like, oh, okay. Men, when your wife come home, and women, when your significant other comes home and they're trying to communicate with you, listen to them.
Right. Because at least, like, when they come home, if you can, stop what you're doing and greet them,
And a video game is going to be there. And so is social media. And so is TikTok, stuff.
Yeah. So what was some other things in the...
Well, we just going to get right down to the nitty-gritty. I was really disappointed in the relationship between Coach's wife and Mercedes. The reason being is I thought it started off like really sweet and innocent. Like, I really thought that these two women came from two different backgrounds. They were really connecting and, starting to understand each other, even though they were in a really, how can I say it? A weird situation. And I was really enjoying the fact that these two women respected each other. And even when she pulled out her camera and started taking pictures, because, come on, Mercedes, she dances like art. She was swinging around the pole or whatever. And I was just a little disappointed that they made them have a sexual relationship.
I mean, it kind of started off like that, though, because they were...
But they were supposed to be having that relationship with her husband. I'm saying, I know that they did, but because she got in it too, so that's how it started. Well, they didn't really show that in the first one. But
I'm saying, but that's how it started off. It was always going to probably be that.
Okay, well,
it was always going to be that.
Well, I still was disappointed because I just felt like, I don't know. It just seemed like in this show, everybody having sex. It's not one character that has any type of. Every character that's in the P, nobody is like the light at the end of the tunnel in any way, shape, or form. Everybody is the devil.
Yeah.
Except for the little girl.
Right. But, that's what I think makes it realistic. Because everything is not, peaches and chocolate candy.
It's not.
A lot of people's lives are hard like that. A lot of people have sex with people regardless of the gender. I mean, that's just, everything is not going to be, hey Marcus. Everything is not going to have a light at the end of the tunnel.
It's not going to, but in this, I'm just going to be real. It just, to me, is starting to become it's a genre for everybody. It is a different genre for everybody. But at some point, maybe I just feel like personally being a writer, you're going to have some taboo. You're going to have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. To me, there's no little bit of this and that. It's just one thing. I mean, the last episode, they got into the whole voodoo thing where they're casting out spirits and all that. You know, people can be into different things or whatever. But I just think that they're doing a lot. They're showing a lot. They're exploring a lot. And true enough, all these things are in the world and all these things happen. But it was really a lot. And I'm not just saying that about the homosexual parts of it, because we live in a world now where people are very free and express themselves sexually, and that's your business. I just hope that people are not allowing their children to watch this, because this is not a show for children.
Oh no, it's not. No,
not even put on parental controls on the stars.
Definitely not a show for children. Yeah, I mean, but P-Valley from the jump, even from season 1, it always been too much.
So how do you think, like, with the men part? And I know a lot of men are like, oh, they're like having a fit because of the men. Right. But for years, y'all
they don't. I mean, of course, they're not gonna say nothing about the women. But as soon as the men, it's like, oh, now it's like, for me, it's like all of it actually. But because I'm a woman. I don't want to see certain things. When it comes to women, I don't care about that. But
Marcus said, y'all still look shook. Marcus, you got it down, because it was a lot.
Wait, Marcus, did you see the last episode, or you tapped out already? Did you see it, or did you tap out?
Yeah, I wish your book could come on here.
But yeah, so like with that's those things, and especially like I get it. I get it. Like with Little Murder Antique, I get it because they were locked up together. They were probably cellies, and they had that relationship. And, it's...
He said, yes, I watched. I was disappointed in that. I just wanted it, at some point, for somebody to have just a normal relationship amongst all of the craziness.
It's not that type of show, though. It's not.
I see.
It's not. It's not that type of show.
And then I'm wondering, how does his wife feel? I mean, because
whose wife?
The in real life, the guy who's playing Little Murder. It's just
because both of I think they're good. Because I looked them up, because both of them are married, both men.
Right, but what I'm saying is that's the thing that I can't say about movie magic, because when you are in the room shooting these scenes, somebody asked me, you're in a room with like 30 people. It's not like it's one-on-one. They make things look a certain type of way by the way they film it, by the way they zoom in, zoom out, and things like that. So it's not like these things are actually going on, but it just leads you to believe that these things are going on. But it was a lot. It was a lot for my little minuscule China mind. I was like, whoa!
It was a lot. It was a lot this episode. Like I said, it's always been a lot, but this was like a lot with extra frosting.
So how do you think that it makes people look at our community, even though it's not our community, because nothing in that has any positivity as far as it? To me, every man on there is either a drug dealer, bisexual. They got Little Murder, who's supposed to be the hardest one on there, and now they show from the beginning that he was attracted to men or what have you. But it's like they have no, except for Diamond, because Diamond he left with the girl with the big old booty.
Diamond and Big L.
Marcus said both actors are straight. Okay, we know that. Yeah. Kudos to them, and please give them an award because they made everyone believe it.
Right?
You ain't lying.
They did their thing.
They acted
they did their thing.
Because the facial expression, I believe, because for a moment when I was watching it, I was like Like,
see, and with me,
wow.
it was the opposite. I know it's, it's not real, whatever, but
I know it is.
know.
I know it's not real as well, but it's still just, they say, in the Bible, I ain't trying to be, but protect your ear gate and eye gate. And it was just a little bit more than I want to even think, because you'll take one part and it'll make you go deeper in your thought process about, so.
Yeah.
What did Marcus say?
But
it's a lot of people on the internet going crazy over that, especially
a lot of men,
they're like,
they don't want to seem
no.
homophobic, but again, I'm a woman. I'm not cool with saying
we don't want to see Shaquana, but they showed it. But that was what pissed me off, because when talking about it, they're like, "Well, that's normal for women."
No,
that's
it's
not normal
no, it's not.
for a straight woman to see that.
No, it's not.
It's not, but it's okay.
When I'm attracted to a man, that's not normal for me to see. Just like when men are attracted to women with the two dudes, that's not normal for y'all to see.
So
Same thing.
So you should stop having that standard of thinking that we think that it's okay. Because it's like, we'll talk about that on something else because we don't want to P-Valley. But it's just that it's so crazy how it is like a double standard, and men think that we're just supposed to like it and enjoy it.
Right.
We get offended just like y'all get offended when you see man on man, woman on woman. It's the same thing, and people need to start respecting that.
Right.
That it's, and like you said, it is a show, and it is not a show for children. And this show as hell ain't a show for the faint at heart.
No, it's not. What did Marcus say?
He said the men with the most comments are not actors. The women and men on that show are acting their asses off. Excuse the pun. Did we say that too? They are acting.
They are.
But like I said, it's just a show for mature people. So people, please put your parental controls and don't be letting your little teenagers watch P-Valley, because it's not anything
unless
for them to
you
watch.
don't care. Some parents don't care.
Right.
If that's you, we're not talking to you, but I'm sure, hopefully,
I would have never thought it would have gone that far, because I thought it was going to stop kind of like Uncle Clifford.
I don't know why.
But now I'm like,
because last season, they showed Clifford and murder. Come on, you forgot? You blanked that out. You blanked.
I saw it, but I wanted to unsee it.
It was no surprise.
I think for the men though, it was the whole condom thing when he did the thing with the thing, and
well, at least they're practicing safe sex.
They didn't wear a condom.
At least they're
practicing. But I still sit here and say it was a lot.
It was I totally.
It was a lot all in one time. Like before they showed you like bits and pieces, and it kind of was like, oh, okay. But this one, they just was like, bam. I was like. My eyes, Jesus, because it kept coming back to back to back to back to back, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
But back to Mercedes, it's crazy how she slept with the husband and got 10 stacks. She slept with the wife, and the wife gave her like 50. I was like,
but she, that little look at the end, like I was talking to the girls at the shop about this, that little look at the end, like she woke up, and, you felt like a hoe because you did a whole thing.
Yeah, you did.
You prostituted.
And she told you from the beginning you was a hoe. So what make you think that she gonna think anything different about you? She did, remember? And even though Mercedes had the cute little comeback, like, well, you a hoe too. Okay, but she the hoe with the money. And you the lower hoe. No,
right. Like I'm hoeing for a better position at my job, or whatever. Cause I'm doing my work and I'm studying, but I'm not pimping out my body. But anyway, that's
the only thing I got to say is P-Valley is definitely did not disappoint with the surprises and they hit him with the high, hit him with the he, and hit him with the ho.
And like I was telling Cam earlier, Lil Duval went on Twitter and he was like, that's it, I'm done with that. Y'all need to chill with that, that gay stuff. That's what he said, something like that. And so the guy that actually wrote that episode, and he's one of the writers and producers of the show, he at Lil Duval, he was like, well, you might want to get out of Chuckalissa because it's going to be more. That's what he said. So...
But I'm gonna say,
okay.
But the church is going ham too, though. Girl,
hold on. Diamond with his fine self.
Yes.
Oof. So Diamond up there having PTSD.
Did you see when the hand came out the floor? I jumped when the hand came out the floor, and that's why I was kind of like, okay, y'all doing a lot with the whole spiritual thing, because I'm a spiritual person. I was like, so you gotta, if you believe in that and you watching that, you might have to just pray a little bit, because, you know, you gotta watch what you watching, and, you know, keep your spirit right with the, you know, for real. Because it's a lot. And then when he was taking the spirit and letting out the window, just, you know, just saying. Because, in the name.
So, yeah,
but Diamond and Big Booty. What's her name? Big Bone.
Is it Big Bone? Yeah, it's Big Bone. I still like him with old girl, but
the damn Keyshawn.
But whatever.
Mississippi.
Yeah. So that part, oh my gosh, when Teak was like just in the hotel room, just you know, he had, I guess, some setbacks too, of course. And then, but when the white girl got in his face, I was like, girl, if you don't get, I thought he was gonna kill her. Girl, I'm like, if you don't get out his face.
I think, but I like that they showed that, because it had to show Caucasian people, white people, y'all don't know the struggle and different things that black people go through. And that man was suffering. He was hurt because he like, they're killing our brothers, and y'all just sitting here laughing like nothing's going on. When people are dying, it is our responsibility to feel something, because it could be your brother, your cousin, or somebody that you know in your family. And he was hurt because he was a man that had escaped the streets, and he lost it because you sit up here laughing and having a good time while they're talking about what's going on in the world. And he was just trying to be responsible, and you know.
Yeah, and you know, he's fresh out, so you know he still have that aggression. He still had that anger.
He ain't had no time to heal.
Yeah, so you know
he should have.
I was like, girl, sit down somewhere.
But we didn't expect him. I did not expect him to be with Lil Murder. That was a surprise. I really did think they was just bros. When I saw that, what messed me up was what he said. He looked at the postcard and he was like,
"Wait, you wait for him to wake up."
He was like, "You ain't never write me." I was like,
"Well, can I say one thing though? I forgot his name, but the actor that plays Teak, he cute.
Teak, who played
Teak? That's the one with Little Murder.
A little light skin one.
He cute. Okay. That's how I looked him up, because I was like, I already knew Alphonse was married. Little Murder. He married, you know, with the wife and all that. So I looked him up. I was curious about him. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, so he's straight too, beautiful wife and all of that. So
somebody made a comment to me. They were like, how do you play these roles? First of all, when you are an actor and you get a role, they kind of knew what it was about in the first season. The writers do not have to explain to you what they're going to do with that character. When you sign on to play that role, you sign on to play that role for 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons. And whatever comes, you got to play the role now. Because you signed up and you got that advance money. You got that check.
Signed that contract. But like you said, though, for the most part, they know in advance. They know, like, this is something. This is your character. You know, it's going to, especially if it's like same sex, you're going to know up front.
Yeah.
But they're not going to surprise you.
And at least they wasn't tonguing, though. I would have just been like, but, you know, they did kind of keep the heart. And I was like, okay.
All right.
Mouth closed. But, I mean, we live in a world people got to make their money. And just like when people played in Orange Was the New Black. You got to make your money. It doesn't mean that, and they have to be really comfortable in who they are as men to do that. But again, like I said,
very comfortable.
When you film, you on the road with 30 people. Mm-hmm. It's not just you and that person. So it is nothing intimate about any love scene that you see.
Right. Okay, so what about the little comic relief part when someone called the cavalry to help clean up the paint and get it up to code, and all these African guys, you know, came out, and then Uncle Clifford said, where y'all ship these niggas from? Wakanda?
That was funny. And then them dancers was looking like, ooh. Cause the brothers came in there and they was handling their business, and then, there's something sexy about an accent. Cause they was like, do. I said, oh, boo boo.
And then when Uncle Clifford and Mercedes heard Haley saying that she's going to sell the club and she get a new,
they checked her ass hard. They was like, oh, B? Oh, so this is what you planned on doing all along? And put her out. She ain't had nowhere to sleep, and they put her out, so she going to end up with Andre. Because she ain't got nowhere to go.
She going to end up with Andre, of course.
And he got a whole house.
He got a whole house. And like I said, he's about to run. I think he's about to run for mayor. And Pastor Patrice, she's about to run.
Pastor Patrice. I love her. She
like
is
her too.
so wrong.
She
She
wrong.
be wearing her hair, and she play that role to the hip, and she will break it, and she was passing out food boxes. She do the work of the Lord, but she will cuss your ass out in a minute.
Right.
That's what I love. I love the real. She don't act too holy. She let them know, like, y'all gonna get down, and I'm gonna get down too. She totally wrong though, but she is doing the work of the Lord.
So you have any predictions? Are you still gonna watch?
I ain't gonna lie. Before we got on here, I was like, I don't know.
I think a lot of us.
I don't know.
I was like that last season. Like, I don't.
But now sitting here and talking it out, because I did see it for myself, and also looking at it from the aspect of I'm an actor, and I know that it's not real. Like you said earlier, that is life for some people. Mm-hmm. It's not our lives or what have you, but I will just simply say it was a lot.
It was for.
It just hit me with a high. Like I said, it was just like bam. It was like a really lot. And if you are a person who it's not going to be for everybody.
Oh no.
But I am excited that we have other reviews coming up. Like we'll talk about that later. All the things.
Oh yeah, no, we talking about. So we are going to be We're going to be doing another review, picking up from where we left off for season 1, All the Queen's Men. So you can catch all of our reviews and recaps on our channel all the way. All things Cam and K. I'm sorry, I have like all these alls in my head. So
because we all that
all things Cam and K channel on YouTube. We have All the Queen's Men. Yeah. So if some of you like, what's that? If you like P Valley, you'll like all the Queen's Men.
It's just a different twist. It's more of it's a lot calmer than this. The storyline is really good.
Yeah,
the storyline is
male
really
strippers.
Good, but it's just male strippers, and it doesn't have we haven't been introduced to any same sex anything as of yet. Ooh.
The female stripper that was in there. Yeah. So but I saw the trailer for season 2, and it looks like, because we found out that Madam, that's Eva's, she's involved with something else. And they're going to play up that angle, because I don't want to give out spoilers for those who haven't seen it. So,
because I need to know what happened with the nephew, because the way the last episode of All the Queen's Men, it was a total cliffhanger.
So go ahead and watch that, y'all.
If you haven't watched it, watch it.
Yeah, it's on BET Plus. BET Plus.
And the brothers be jamming, like, if you ever, boom, 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 they be doing the routine, I be like, y'all better get it.
Right. So, is there anything else from this episode?
It was a lot, and we're gonna leave it right there.
All right, y'all. It was a lot,
and we're wrapping it up just like they wrapped it up.
Oh, but bum. All right, y'all. So, thank you for tuning in. You just got our honest, off the cuff recap of P Valley from our point of view. And we're going to probably pick it up again next week. And see you for episode 5 recap.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
If it's not too much for this little girl right here, I'm going to try.
Thank you, Marcus, for joining us.
Thank you
for commenting. Thank you for everybody that's going to watch this after the live. So thank you, and we will see you next week.
And remember, if you have any concerns or any comments, leave them in the comment section. And we will respond to you. You can email us at allthingscamandk@gmail.com. We will respond. And if you have anything you want to talk about, a show or anything, let us know.
Review. Yep. All right, y'all.
Work for it.
We're out. Bye.